Well, folks, we here at the Daily Wire, we've been, marketing leftist tears tumblers for some time. They've been overflowing with copious amounts of leftist tears since the election. So today we're going to examine some of the most insane left-wing reactions to Donald Trump's election victory. This video is sponsored by our friends at PDS Tech. Woo boy. This lady's got a look.
All right, y'all. I want to give a little tip or advice to my women and non-men out there now that Trump has won.
Non-men.
So we all know abortion rights are in trouble. I personally live in Colorado, and we just got them enshrined in our state constitution. So hopefully that will help, and I feel very lucky to live in a place like that. And with all this, I believe that Plan B, or the pill, is in danger of being taken off the market or banned or removed.
Will you restrict the availability of abortion pills when you're in office?
I'll probably stay with exactly what I've been saying for the last 2 years, and the answer is no.
So personally, what my mother and I have decided to do is that every paycheck, I know it's expensive, this is what we can afford to do. Every time I get paid, I will give 25 and she'll give 25, so we'll each pay half and we'll get Plan B. And we're going to do that every 2 weeks. When I get paid, we're going to buy one Plan B. And that's not to say it's for me, it's so that we can stock up, so that if people we know, people who I'm friends with, people who are friends of friends need that and they can't access it at some point, I want to be able to provide that to someone. And so we're stocking up on it. We're going to start doing that.
It's time for the pill.
That is a giant waste of money. And Plan B is not going to be made illegal.
The answer is no.
It's going to be a state issue. Also, I noticed the gay rights flag in your background, so I'm not sure how many abortions you're going to need. Also, I'm not going to take advice from somebody who presents this way. I'm just not. Call me judgmental. This is not, I wouldn't take financial advice from this person. I wouldn't take political advice from this person. I wouldn't take childbearing advice from this person. Again, you can't judge a book by its cover, but you a little can if these are decisions that you make about your own appearance.
Did you take piercing advice from her?
What? Oh my goodness. The Betty Boop tattoos were really the dead giveaway here.
This is getting out of hand.
Hey, babe.
I'm not your baby.
None of your leftist arguments to justify not voting for Kamala Harris worked post-election. I don't know if you got the memo, but Trump won?
Damn right.
So to keep trying to cling on to this idea that voting for Kamala Harris was not the most justified moral or strategic vote for all of our progressive movements, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Every single day that Trump announces a new policy plan or a new cabinet appointment just shows how f***ing wrong you were. So I don't know why you keep bringing up these arguments. And sure, some of these arguments have facts to back them up, but guess what? None of that matters when faced with Trump. None of your theories and hypotheses that Kamala would be just as evil as Trump panned out. So yeah, maybe you want to give it a f***ing rest. The funny thing is, all of your arguments would have held true if she had won, which is what we're all collectively understanding you were secretly thinking. I want to call this phenomenon the leftist paradox, right? All of your arguments are meant to get the candidate to lose. But if you're successful in getting the candidate to lose, all of your arguments are then proven false post-election. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
I actually sort of agree with her that if you're a progressive person and you didn't vote for Kamala Harris, that's on you.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
It is true that many members of the progressive left were so angry with Kamala Harris they didn't show up to vote, and then Donald Trump got elected. That's true. Maybe what they are banking on is Kamala losing so they can take over the party from the inside, from the more radical left. That wouldn't be a shocker.
So let's get one thing straight and two things gay. I was tracking the election my whole night shift, and there was a girl next to me, she wasn't the only one by the way, that said, well, I just don't know anything about politics, so I just voted for Trump. I just looked at her and said, well, Trump himself has bragged about the fact that he polls very well with the poorly educated, so I guess that tracks.
Well, I'm sure that made her feel much better about voting for Trump, actually, that you are an asshole to her. I love people on the left. Maybe if I'm just a complete jack to the person sitting next to me, they'll vote the way I want them to. Keep going with that strategy, guys. It's working out great for you.
Democracy is dead. It's gone. It's not coming back for a very long time. And it's not just the president I'm talking about. It's the House and the Senate and the fact that it's a red wave. It's more like a red algae wave that's about to hit us.
Wow. Deep.
And when they realize it was never in their best interest, I'm simply just going to tell them, you voted for it.
I do not like this painting. Smug aura mocks me.
Well, I'm sure they'll be willing to hear that from you, dude. I mean, like, I love that. Democracy is dead, guys, because I lost a vote. That's not how democracy works. I love that democracy has basically just been a code word now for anything that the left wants. And anti-democracy is a code word for anything the left does not want, even if what the left wants is tyranny and what they don't want is democracy. It's totally Orwellian. We'll get to more on that in just a moment. First, no one wants to think about debt, but here's the cold, hard truth. Many of us will get deeper in debt during the holiday season. Last year, and this is staggering, half of American consumers took on debt just to pay for the holidays. And here's the thing. It's never too early to start planning your way out. My friends at PDS Debt can help with a personalized solution just for you. If you're making payments every month on your debt and watching your balances stay exactly the same, that needs to end right now. PDS has solutions specifically designed to help you get out of this cycle. Unlike the government's debt relief programs, everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies. No minimum credit score required. That is correct. Bad and fair credit accepted. They'll even help you save more while paying off your debt in a fraction of the time. I've seen what debt can do to families, especially around holiday season. So much tension, so many problems. That's why I trust PDS Debt to help my listeners find real solutions that actually work for them. Start planning today. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/Shapiro. It only takes 30 seconds. That's pdsdebt.com/Shapiro, pdsdebt.com/Shapiro, pdsdebt.com/Shapiro. Give them a call, talk to them, see if they have a solution for you. pdsdebt.com/Shapiro.
This election is the reason why I immigrated to Spain. Back in 2019, I could tell that Medicare for all, tuition-free colleges, walkable cities, these are all things that so many Americans do not want.
Correct!
And I'm kind of tired of trying to convince them to want these things for themselves. I'm fucking tired of it. So I moved and left. And with Roe v. Wade, Trump is going to appoint even more radical Supreme Court justices to change more laws in the land. Like fucking gay marriage, civil protections are probably coming next. He also said that he's going to do the largest deportation in the U.S. history. And I'm just like, the U.S. conservatives showed the fuck out and just really showed how deeply fucking hateful that country is. Immigrating isn't easy, and it took a lot for me to get here, but I had to fucking leave.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably
Well. Bye. I mean, like, are we supposed to care that you left? Like, good. Go away. Bring more of your left-wing friends with you. We don't want you here.
Get the out!
Your values suck. I love when you have guys like this who are complaining about abortion being made illegal in states across the country. Like, why do you care? Seriously, I thought the men weren't supposed to have an opinion about this sort of stuff, but you seem to have very strong opinions about abortion. This notion, by the way, that Trump is going to appoint justices to overturn same-sex marriage, it's going to be a big no. This bizarre idea that Europe is a walkable, livable paradise. If you enjoy it so much, see how it goes for you. Like, Spain is a horribly run country. It turns out that the GDP per capita in the United States is somewhere around $81,000 right now. The GDP per capita in Spain, $32,000.
Oh, it smells like porn here.
So, live your best life, my dude.
I'm still trying to process it as a dreamer. I'm still trying to process it. I am shocked and I'm in disbelief, and I just don't get it. I just don't get why so many Latinos voted for Trump. I don't understand why there were even DACA recipients, dreamers, saying vote for Trump and supporting Trump. Like, what about him makes you think that he has you in mind? What about him makes you think that he's going to be helping you out? Because I can tell you it's not his policies. Do you even know what his policies are? Like, seriously? The economy. Who do you think he's going to benefit? Why do you think people like Elon Musk, billionaires
With a B.
The richest people here in the United States. Why do you think they spent millions of dollars trying to get Trump into office? Do you think it's because, oh, they all want to help the working class? They all want to help people like you and me?
Yeah.
No. Newsflash, they want to help themselves.
The first mark of an excellent political commentator, an incisive political commentator, is that pink hair color. That's what I look for first in political commentators. And then beyond that, you get to the idea that billionaires disproportionately supported Trump. That is not true. Billionaires disproportionately supported Kamala Harris. If you look at the income chart, actually, people who are extremely poor and people who are extremely rich backed Kamala Harris, and everybody in between supported Trump. As far as the notion that if you are Hispanic, you shouldn't vote for Trump because he's going to deport all Hispanics, turns out tons of Hispanics living in the United States are legal immigrants, and their kids are American citizens. It also turns out that even a lot of Dreamers might have supported Trump because they believe that he's going to first go after criminal illegal immigrants, and that they will be given the opportunity to get in line, which is probably the most likely scenario, honestly.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Would y'all still be ending friendships with people that voted for Trump if Kamala had won?
The question really should be is why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I cut people off? When 92% of black women vote for Harris, and I believe it's 72 or 78% of black men vote for Harris, and majority of white men and white women vote for Trump, at what point does that not ring a bell that you are doing something wrong?
The black people is always right.
At what point does it not hit you that there's certain things that are just deal breakers? I have gay parents.
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
I have Hispanic friends. I have friends that are of color. And at the end of the day, what the Republican Party or MAGA stands for impacts every one of those groups of people that I care about. So again, why wouldn't I? And if none of that is deal breakers for you guys, it really seems like you guys suffering a little bit, maybe a lot of bit, I'm going to say a lot of bit, bigly, of white delusion.
Oh, man. I love white people with neck tattoos and what do you even call those? Ear gauges?
Holes!
Like that, man. My favorite part of this video, I think, is when he suggests that if a certain percentage of black people vote a certain way, that means that any other voting population is inherently wrong. Actually, what I would suggest is that if a very, very high percentage of black people vote for a black candidate, but 50% of white people also vote for that black candidate, actually the more diverse voting group would be the white people in that particular case. But the suggestion is that the white people are the racists. I'm going to need to see the logic on that one. Why do so many people on the left present like this? Seriously, why can't you just present like a normal person? Why are these good life decisions, just generally? It's amazing. Half the videos here are just people doing face tattoo syndrome. It's what the term that I coined that basically is, I get a face tattoo, and then I walk out in public and everyone stares at the face tattoo, and you're like, what are you looking at? I'm normal. It's like, well, it's on you, my dude. And, well, folks, it seems like the left is taking all of this really well. We'll see how they take it when all of their dreams are crushed as the Trump administration continues.